sky blue color. 1982, 83. We had just been waiting for many, many months. And I don't exactly know how we got this information, but my dad walked up to us and said, "Bhai, aaj phone lag raha hai." You know, we were about to hit the elite class. Finally, a telephone coming home. Now, the thing with these dramatic moments is that if you're not really prepared, if you don't have a plan, they kind of have this habit of falling apart. Right? So this guy came to install the phone, and we were very happy. I was shouting, jumping. You know, the sky blue phone got installed, and then this guy looks at us and says, "2-3 दिन लगेंगे dial tone आने में." And you know, it was quite a bummer, a phone with no dial tone. But the Moors that we are, Moor by the way is my surname, just in case you don't get it. The Moors that we are, you know, we never give up. So we had like 2-3 days of mock calls happening. Okay, we would pick up the phone, talk to somebody, and then keep the phone down. And then one fine day, 3 days later actually, the phone rang. You know, that sound in our house, it was so dramatic. You know, our social status had taken a giant leap. That Bittu and Shanti, who the Sadan neighbors that we had, we were there finally. You know, we had that phone with us. So all 4 of us, my father, mother, me, my brother, ran towards the phone, picked it up and said, "Yeah, it's working!" And then 4 of us are standing around the phone, looking at each other. "Do you have a number we can call?" And none of us had any number that we could call. What a complete bummer. We just stood there, 4 of us standing, waiting for some number to happen so that we can make that call. Didn't happen. Years later, 4 of us were again standing around that phone. It again rang. And a relationship between 2 brothers was severely impacted. Now, you know, the story goes like this, that when I was a teenager, there is this one man in the room, Roshan Abbas. He used to do this. Roshan is squarely to be blamed for everything in my life, actually. He used to do this radio show, most of you would know, The Voice. And boyfriends and girlfriends would call and they would talk about stuff, etc. And I was in my late teens at that point in time. And I had everything. Right? मेरे पास phone था. Phone में dial tone थी. All I needed was this girl, and I found this very sweet girl who also had a phone. Right? So the story kind of started building from there. Now at this point of time, let me just kind of digress a little bit and explain 3 characters. My dad, terror at that point of time, okay? An absolute terror. No nonsense guy, college professor. You know, he just didn't believe in Bollywood at all. Nothing. He was just a very, very serious guy, 6'2", and he had this angry look which Sunny Deol kind of copied years later. My mother was totally filmy mom, okay? Her, I think, dream in life was that me and my brother would run away with our respective girls and get married in a courtroom. My brother almost achieved that feat. As far as I was concerned, she still has a grudge that I had a boring, regular marriage. And then my brother, smart, quiet guy who just knew exactly how not to get into trouble at home. Okay, so these are the 3 characters there. Now coming back to this whole story of my teenage love, influenced by Roshan Abbas out here. You know, these days they talk about this whole piece of innovation happening with this generation, out-of-box thinking. Let me explain a few scenarios to you. When a boyfriend and a girlfriend at that point of time had to talk to each other, they had to plan that both sides' parents would not be in the room. There was no WhatsApp message that we could give to each other, right? And that damn phone was connected permanently on the wall, right? So you couldn't carry that along. Now to manage that, my dear friends, was innovation. So the plan, the scheme that I had with my girlfriend at that point of time was give a ring, right? Then wait for 15 minutes and make the actual call. All right? How many of you have done that actually? Right? So, and you know, we would follow that. And I believed that this was a perfect plan. And the setting in my house normally used to be that since my father was a professor, he would actually be giving a lot of tuitions at home. So the telephone used to be in the living room, and he would be giving tuitions to people, and the phone would ring once, and then I would slowly creep into that room, take that telephone. It had a long wire. I would go into the adjoining kitchen and sit there and talk. My mom would come in, go out, and she would typically give me this Karan Johar movie, Farida Jalal to Shah Rukh Khan look. Shabash beta types, you know. Now, and this plan used to work to the T, okay, every single time, and my dad could never figure out. And so I thought, till one evening, this is a Sunday, Okay, typical 5 p.m. kind of a time. The whole family was sitting together and having chai. Right? The Sunday evening tea. All four of us were sitting. And that one ring happened. Now I smiled. It was like, My mom, started thinking about this courtroom marriage that I will have. My brother gave this look to me, he's in trouble. And my dad had a very serious expression. And he said, Sabko, all of us. He looked at us and said, wait karo, 10 minute mein iski girlfriend ka call aayega. Now I wanted to correct him that it's 15, not 10. But then better sense prevailed, right? And then there was dead silence. 15 minutes. The entire family is just sitting there and sipping chai and making those noises which come out of that chai thing with middle class families, you know that? So you're just waiting. And then finally, my girlfriend, who was obviously oblivious to the whole thing and a sucker for timing, made that call. Now, when that call happened, my father gave a Sunny Deol angry look. My mother gave the Farida Jalal look. My brother gave, I think, the Shashi Kapoor in Diwar kind of a look. And I pretended there was nothing ringing in the room. But then I had to get up. So I got up. And I went to the phone and I picked it up. And she said, hi, baby. It's been so long. It had been actually about 2 hours. So she was like, hi, baby. It's been so long. And I hesitated. Then I contemplated. Then I said, hold on. Then I looked at my brother. And I said, this is for you. 6433-105, our first phone, my first love, and the first time my brother actually designed a lifelong plan to take revenge. Thank you all. You've been a nice audience. Thank you.